I'm alright, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. We used to work on a show together on SBS Pop Asia.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you've done many great things since then.
Thank you.
Well, just for anyone that doesn't know you here, not many, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Joey. I go by TheAnimeMan's. Have a guess at what my channel is about. Certainly not anime. No. Yeah, I've been doing YouTube for, 9 years now? Yeah, 2013, and I just talk about Japanese cartoons for a living. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about how your content has evolved over the years, over the 9 years that you've been doing it?
Well, I used to watch anime. Not so much anymore. No, I don't know. I kind of just started off being like, I like this thing called anime. No one else in my school really liked it, so I would just start talking about it. And then, yeah, I made videos on it, did a bit of like Let's Plays and stuff like that as well in the beginning. And then now I kind of just make videos about weird things in Japan or just like things I want to do in Japan. So yeah, very misleading username now for people who are just discovering me, but yeah, I like to try and keep like, otaku stuff and Japanese subculture stuff in as much as possible, but yeah, just kind of do what I think is cool and hopefully people dig it.
So what was the anime that got the anime man into anime?
Probably, do you know a show called Doraemon? Yeah. So like my grandma used to say, because my grandma's Japanese, she used to send me like VHS tapes. Shout out VHSs. VHS tapes, like boxes of it from Japan, of just like recorded Doraemon episodes that were playing on TV in Japan. And because I was in Sydney, we didn't have it on TV, so my grandma was like, here you go, watch this weird blue robot guy go ham. And so, yeah, that's what I grew up watching. So I kind of grew up with like all the shows that like Japanese kids grew up with in Japan. And then it wasn't until I got a little bit older that I started to, get into like the One Pieces, the Narutos, and the Dragon Balls, and all that kind of stuff.
I know it's a tough question, but what are some of your recent favorites?
Recent favorites? Let's see. Oh, one that I tweeted about recently. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I had a lot of fun watching it just because of how dumb it was. But like, you guys know there's a show on Netflix called High Rise Invasion, I think it's called. Who's seen that? Okay, a few people. Okay, how dumb was that show? I loved it though. It was so like campy and stupid, and like a lot of it just didn't make sense. But it's one of those shows that you can just like switch your brain off and just enjoy just because of how ridiculous it is. I really like that one. Other than that, obviously, Attack on Titan's been good. I'm sure everyone's watched that. Spy Family's been good. Yeah, just kind of perusing and cruising around, on the anime side of things.
Could you give us a bit of an insight of what a day in the life of an AniTuber looks like? Like what time you wake up? Are you scripting stuff? Are you like traveling a lot?
I mean, me, Connor, and Gunn have been traveling a lot, like the past 2 months or so. I was in Miami last week, so I'm still a little bit jet lagged. But yeah, average day would just be like, wake up, make a video, hate yourself, and go to sleep. That's pretty much it. No, but like, I've been doing a lot more videos where I'm like not just in my room talking about whatever it is I'm talking about. I like kind of going outside to places in Japan, kind of, I guess, like rediscovering Japan in a weird way, or like rediscovering a lot of the things that I might have missed while I was growing up. So I have a video coming out tomorrow, actually, tomorrow morning.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, so stay tuned to that. That one was a weird one. And then, yeah, other than that, it's, I like collabing a lot with other people as well, so just organizing that. I don't know if you've ever, like, tried to do like a big scale collaboration with YouTubers, but it's like herding cats. Like, it's impossible because YouTubers just don't have a sense of, like, timetables or like schedules or anything like that because they're all just their own bosses, as am I. So, yeah, so that was, it's fun and grueling, but once you actually get it down, it's fun, yeah.
In terms of the last 9 years, what are some of your highlights and some of the major challenges that you faced?
I mean, highlights definitely, I mean, Trash Taste, for one. People have been enjoying that, so thank you for that. Other than that, it's all just a bit of a blur to me, to be honest. I released my own clothing brand.
Oh, wow, so congratulations.
If you managed to buy one, thank you. If not, don't worry, there's more stuff coming out. Shameless plug. Yeah, and then I don't know, just doing a lot of like big scale, I guess, projects and stuff like that has been like a really nice pastime, and just like a lot of like side projects off YouTube I've been doing a lot of. Yeah, just like living in Japan has been fun. Yeah, that's been great. I think that's every weeb's dream, so yeah.
Now, Joey, a segment that you're quite well known for, it's called Let's Fight Series. I don't know if anyone's heard of that. Could you quickly give a refresher to people that don't know what it is first?
Yeah, so do you guys know the YouTube channel Needle Drop, like the music reviewer guy? I basically stole it off him. It's not anyone's secret, but it's basically a segment, as the name suggests, where I ask the audience, or Twitter for the most part, to give me like hot takes on anime or whatever it is I'm asking them about. And then I pick some of the best ones, and I use it as a crutch to make like, you know, some kind of an argument about it, whether I agree with it or disagree with it or not. So it's like a good way to, I guess, like get a healthy discussion about a certain topic surrounding anime started, which usually ends with a lot of very salty people in the comments. So that's fun. Last time I was in Smash in 2019, I also did a Let's Fight on stage. Doing it live is 100 times scarier because you guys can actually fight back in real time. You know, it's easy in a YouTube video. I can say whatever the hell I want, and you know, you guys just leave an angry comment, and that's it. But it's a lot different when it's in person. It's like dealing with a heckler in real life, you know. But it's fun, yeah. So I guess is that what we're doing today?
And speaking of that, we're going to do that right now.
I guess that's what we're doing today. Great.
Okay, well, thank you to the Smash community for sending in your hot takes here today. Yeah, we've got a few here. Our first one.
Okay, so they're already like pre-screened by you guys, or?
I don't know.
A little bit. Because last time it was just like a guy in the crowd with a microphone just going around to people.
Oh yeah.
So it was a lot scarier. Because I didn't know what was about to come. I mean, I still don't know what's coming today. So hopefully they're good.
Well, our first one is from JTS, that's the username, and it is Saitama can defeat Goku.
I mean, what was the guy's name, sorry?
JTS.
JTS, why? Why? This is like the who would beat Goku, Batman or Superman? You know, it's just like I don't know. Okay, so let's get the vibe of the room first. Hands up if you think Saitama can beat Goku. Okay, put your hands down. Hands up if you think Goku can beat Saitama. Okay, so it's like 75% Saitama can beat Goku. God. Okay, here's the thing, right? You'd think Saitama can beat Goku on just looking at it from a surface level, because you know he's one punch man, right? Like he can defeat everything in one punch. But you have to remember, Goku physically cannot die. Like, how many times has that guy died in the show and come back to life? Like 5 times, 4 times at least. So it's just going to end up being an immovable object versus an unstoppable force. It's like the laws of physics are going to be broken. So really, whenever you ask an anime fan this question, and whatever their answer tends to be, it's not so much an idea of like physically who would win. It's more so, which show do I like better? One Punch Man or Dragon Ball? And I can see from the most part there are more One Punch Man fans in this room than Dragon Ball fans. I don't know, what do you think?
I'll probably go.
I'm throwing it to you now. I'm putting all the pressure on myself.
Well, what do you guys think? Let's shout all at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
I agree with everyone in this room, yes.
Thank you, Joey. We'll move on to our next user, Hakuru, 15. Thank you. The prompt is preference on thigh highs or half.
Oh, bro, he's asking the real question.
What? Am I just an idiot? What are half-arm sleeves? Oh, like showing the shoulder and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh, so like a tube top.
Yes.
I mean,
Pretty trendy.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go thigh highs, bro. What I like about the thigh highs, right? Let me explain. What I like about the thigh highs personally is not the concept of the thigh high. It's the little pinch of the skin.
Let's go.
And it kind of has like that shape to it. Godlike. That's the best part about the thigh highs. I don't care about like the fabric or the whatever, or like even what the girl looks like. It's the pinch. It's the pinch of the thigh right here. It's very nice. I like half-arm sleeves, I guess. Can't go wrong with some nice arms, but no, I think I'm more of a thigh high person, personally.
All right, that deserves a round of applause. Okay, our next user today is G. He or she, all day. The question is.
Oh my god.
She's right there.
Jing is right there. Hello. She's also
Good. I've identified a face now, so I know who to go after.
Warning, this is a loaded question a little bit.
Alright.
Okay, it reads, the Monogatari series, in spite of being a phenomenal series in storytelling, has some severe problems in relation to the reverence of children, specifically the main character Araragi. This aspect of the Monogatari series deserves more backlash than what is currently being received.
That is very loaded. Okay, well, for a refresher, the Monogatari series is this very long anime series created by this guy Nishio Yushin, who I think is probably one of the greatest current day Japanese authors out there. And the Monogatari series is like, see, it says here, deserves more backlash than what is currently being received. I haven't really heard a whole lot of backlash about the Monogatari series, have you? Like, I think like, the Monogatari series is definitely one of those shows that is liked and loved by a very specific type of anime watcher. I can say what type of anime watcher it is because I am one of those people. It's the pretentious anime watchers. Because it is very it is very different and unique when it comes to its storytelling because of the way Nishio Ishin blends the Japanese language into some of the most crazy ways, which is what makes it really difficult for a lot of people to grasp because it's one of those series that I think is a lot of its charm is definitely lost in translation, just because I think anyone who has ever tried to translate Japanese to English or vice versa will know it's really hard. It's really difficult because the two languages are just so different. Concerning the problem in relation to the reverence of children, specifically the main character Araragi, I think honestly it's just the fact of the matter is like it's not that deep, bro. I think because like the show itself doesn't take itself seriously. It's almost a parody. I've heard a lot of people describe the Monogatari series as a parody of harem anime, which I think in a lot of aspects is true, because Nishio Ishin does tend to take a lot of the tropey types of things and purposely use that trope to almost make fun of that trope, if that makes sense. Like, for those of you who've seen the Monogatari series, you know that on the surface, a lot of the characters fit a type of trope. Like Senju is like the tropey tsundere, and Kambaru is like the tropey yandere type of thing. But I think what makes the show really interesting is that it is, again, able to take these very tropey elements about anime and kind of go, isn't this kind of stupid? It's kind of weird if you think about it. So let's kind of make fun of it while also at the same time doing it. It's very, am I making any sense, or I just sound like a crackhead going on a ramble right now?
Jing, are you happy so far?
What do you think?
I'm more talking about how RRB gropes children.
Oh,
She's
right.
talking about the groping children.
Well, I mean, if you've seen enough anime, you know there's nothing new about that, unfortunately. Yeah, anime, I mean, you know, have you seen Seven Deadly Sins? I'm just saying, Meliodas' entire character is just, yes, I like groping women. That's his entire character, but Meliodas does have backlash, you're right. And I think the reason why Meliodas, in that case, has more backlash than, say, the Monogatari series is because when it comes to Araragi, yes, without a doubt you are right, he's definitely a character that gets a little the kids. But at the same time, if you've read enough of the Monogatari series, you'll know that that is merely the tip of the iceberg when it comes to his character and his backstory. Especially with like a lot of the spin-off or the side stories with the Monogatari series, which I don't think have been turned into anime yet. It goes really deep into like Araragi's backstory, and you know, in a lot of the scenes where he gets a little funky with the kids, it's done in a more comedic purpose, and it's done in like a kind of over-exaggerated, ridiculous way. So I think that's the show's way of saying, this isn't serious, this is just a bit, this is just a bit of comedy, and of course, comedy is subjective, right? So, you know, I totally understand people who would look at scenes like that and go, that's not really funny. So, yeah, I mean, I still really like the show just from how profound it is in storytelling and just from how good the some of the characters are. Obviously, not every character in the Monogatari series is great, but I think what makes the Monogatari series so special is the fact that it doesn't take itself seriously in the best way possible. Yeah, I guess that's about it.
Thank you very much. Jing is happy? Oh, happy.
I hope so.
All right, David Doe. Don't know if you're here today, but thank you for the next one. Now, most vanilla Dorjians
not right.
have way better plot than most rom-com anime series.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Damn, David, you're based, bro.
Let's go.
I mean, shit, I can't disagree with that, to be honest. I mean, okay, here's the thing, like, I think what a lot of rom-com anime series have a problem with, especially recently, is that a lot of rom-com anime is inspired by other rom-com anime. Especially like the modern day rom-coms, I think a lot of those authors grew up reading a lot of the rom-com series from the 80s and the 90s, which were considered by many to be like the golden age of rom-coms, right? You had like Maison Ikoku and like Eyes, and you know, even like later ones like Ichigo 100% that like a lot of rom-com series have been inspired by. So I think it tends to be where I think a lot of rom-com series have a problem with is that all they think about is one gimmick or one particular character gimmick and just try and run with it for the entire series. Because like think of, say, you know, what's the one? Like Nagatoro, for example, right? If people have seen that. Right, Nagatoro, the whole gimmick of Nagatoro is that there's this character Nagatoro who is, for lack of the better words, a bit of a bitch. And she kind of makes fun of her senpai, but does it in like, but then from there, it kind of starts off as they're enemies, but then they slowly kind of start developing feelings for one another, which is, you know, not necessarily like ridiculous concept. Like I'm sure there's real life situations that are like that as well, albeit not that common. But I think like after that, the problem with that a lot of series have is that once they've kind of milked dry this one gimmick, they don't know what to do with the rest of the series, and then it kind of just fizzles out. Horimiya was a great example of that, where like it started off really strong because the dynamic between the two main characters was really cute and really wholesome. But if you guys have seen or read Horimiya, the manga, you know that after around like volume 7, it just gets to the point where it's like, all right, yeah, we get it. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're being cute again for another whole volume. Can we actually get like some kind of development, please, some kind of different aspect of the story. And that's not to say that there aren't series, modern day series, that have done that the right way. Like Komi-san, for example, I think is a great example of that done right, where it started off as Komi-san is a character that can't communicate, as the name suggests, and she has mad social anxiety. But then manga readers are more than happy to remind everyone of the fact that there's actually an interesting romantic dynamic that gets developed because of that. So when it comes to vanilla doujins, however, I would say that yes, a lot of them do have better plots. One, because they're usually shorter, so they just have to get to the point immediately. And two, because a lot of people who read vanilla doujins are probably just like, have read enough rom-coms where they're just like, okay, yeah, so they got in a relationship, but I want to see what happens afterwards. Which, you know, there are a couple of rom-com series that have actually shown the afterwards, albeit not in like a, oh god, I can't show this to my children type of way, right? Like Eyes, for example, is great because it actually shows what happens after they get in a relationship, but done in like a very tasteful way, right? So I think, yeah, I guess in terms of that, yeah, vanilla doujins probably have better plot than most rom-com anime. I'd say modern rom-com anime, but in saying that, I wouldn't necessarily start with vanilla doujins if I were you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for that one. And thank you, David, for that. Next user.
Yes.
Pat. Just Pat. Pat is asking, it's quite controversial actually. Durian and durian flavored food is amazing and smells good.
Pat is definitely Southeast Asian, that's for sure. Honestly, I agree. Okay, I agree with that. I think I had durian on stream, on that After Dark stream, if you guys saw it. And I loved it. I think durian tastes great. The fruit, I mean. Smelling good? I wouldn't necessarily say the smell of feces smells good. Because that is kind of what it smells like. But it's like, when you eat it, it's like beyond the smell. It's like, there's a reason why they call, I finally understood after I tried durian for the first time, why they call durian the king of fruit. Because it literally does taste like you took every single fruit and just mashed it into one fruit. Because like the more you eat it, the more fruits you start to taste. Like at first, like it kind of has like a banana taste, and then it has like a rock melon taste, and then it has like a mango taste, and it's like you know Willy Wonka, the candy that just like keeps changing flavor. That's kind of what it tastes like. Yeah, it's good. I don't blame people who say that they can't eat it because yeah, it does kind of smell like doo doo. But you know, if you've never, who likes durian here?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's surprising. Okay.
It's pretty much everyone.
Yeah, that's way more people than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, if you've never tried it, I would suggest you just give it a go. If you don't like it, you never have to eat it again. It's fine. There's another Southeast Asian just waiting in line, probably waiting to finish that off for you, right? So, yeah, but it's good though. You like durian?
I don't, but that was a really good analogy in terms of eating it and feeling all these different fruits.
Yeah.
I think if I gave it a second go having that in mind, I'll probably like it.
Maybe. There's definitely way worse foods out there that I've had on camera, so yeah, it ain't that bad.
Thank you, Joey. Well, we've got two more to go. Yeah, let's give her a round of applause for that. There's a one more there if you need it as well. Okay, Ifun is our next user. Jujutsu Kaisen is not a good series. It may look good and the fight scenes well animated, but the plot and characters are just a copy and paste of every popular shonen jump, not just Naruto.
I swear I didn't write this one. Okay, so I hope everyone is aware of the meme surrounding this, of me saying that I think Jujutsu Kaisen is okay, right? However, okay, but in the case with what's their name? Ifun?
Ifun.
Ifun. Efun, in the case with Efun's take here, I would like to disagree with that because I think Jujutsu Kaisen is a perfectly good show. Because I think when I say Jujutsu Kaisen is okay, I'm not saying that in like a sarcastic way. I do actually think it is a good series, but I do think it's not the greatest thing to happen to modern anime necessarily. Like yes, like the fight scenes and the choreography are incredible, look great, all the characters look fantastic as well. The plot and characters are just a copy-paste of every popular Shonen Jump, not just Naruto. I don't know what parts of Naruto Jujutsu Kaisen has copied necessarily. I honestly, if we were to like put that analogy of it's a copy and paste of every popular Shonen Jump, I would like to give an opposing hot take to this, if I may. I think Jujutsu Kaisen is the modern day Bleach, in the sense that, because think about it, Jujutsu Kaisen, the characters look awesome, the fight choreography is great, the villains are some of the best parts of the show, and everyone looks swag. Like, everyone looks awesome. They have the drip, right? Think back now, cast your mind back to 10, 15 years ago when Bleach first came out. All the same things. Characters are great, everyone looks swag, everyone has drip, the villains are some of the best characters in the show, and it had amazing fight choreographies and animations, right? So I don't necessarily agree with it being a copy and paste of every Shonen Jump series, or Naruto for that matter. I definitely do think the author of Jujutsu Kaisen probably took a lot of inspiration from shows like Bleach, but, you know, I mean, Shonen Jump has this like a system of what works for the magazine, right? It's like, you gotta have fun characters that are relatable, that they look good, the fight scenes get you excited, the villains are evil but likable at the same time. Like, every fight, every action-oriented Shonen Jump series, I think, does follow that formula. So I don't think it's fair to say that Jujutsu Kaisen ripped off every Shonen Jump series, because, to be honest, every Shonen Jump series rips off a Shonen Jump series. That's how they get into Shonen Jump, right? So, yeah, I still think, again, Jujutsu Kaisen is a good series. I just don't think it's like a 10 out of 10, as people make it out to be. But the music is banger. Music is great in that series. Yeah, music is fantastic in that. Yeah, I guess that's my opinion on that.
Thank you, Joey.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our last one today by Tangled Earpods. Blame is a good anime on its own. Thoughts on that, Joey?
Oh, okay. First of all, it's pronounced blam. But how many people even know blam? This is a deep cut. Okay, you're officially my best friend. Because Blam is one of those shows, okay, so it got a Netflix adaptation, I think last year or the year before. The manga is fantastic. It is really surreal and really different in the sense that the creator of Blam, who's this guy called Nihei Tsutomu, he used to be an architect, and he studied architecture before he became a manga artist. So if you see panels of Blam, you'll see some of the most incredibly detailed and just wicked looking structures and building structures and just backgrounds I think manga can offer. It looked like visually, it's stunning. It is, however, a difficult manga to get into because it has very little dialogue. Nihei Tsutomu is one of those authors that definitely tells a story through the visual way rather than like telling the story. What was the hot take again? That Blam is a good anime?
Is not a good anime.
Oh, it's not a good anime. Yeah, I agree. I think the anime adaptation
is a good anime on its own.
I didn't really like the Blam anime, to be honest. I think because if you're a manga reader, I think everyone can agree that it was kind of disappointing, just because it is very difficult to translate those kinds of very specific and detailed visuals from the manga and turn it into an anime. And we've seen examples of that in the past of it just not working, right? Like, think of, the Junji Ito collection, or, God forbid, the Berserk anime, right? Like, it just didn't work out, right? Because those authors have such specific, detailed styles that no matter how good of an animation team you can conjure up, it's just very difficult to turn that into an anime. Granted, there have been examples of it working, like Vinland Saga, which was amazing anime adaptation, and Berserk fans were crying, being like, how come Vinland Saga fans get this, but we get Berserk 2016, right? So it was kind of sucky, but yeah. Bland is a good manga, very good manga that I would recommend. Not necessarily a good anime, in my opinion.
Thank you, Joey. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 9 minutes to go. Let's do a very speed question round.
Okay.
Okay, these are fan questions. Thank you for sending them through. One from Hannah. What made you start wanting to make YouTube videos?
I was bored.
Okay. Hakudu15 is back. What are your top favorite places in Japan to do a vlog?
Hokkaido is really great. I did a skiing vlog up there with the boys. Okinawa is fantastic, which is the very southern island. It's like the Hawaii of Japan. It's great. I don't know. Honestly, like Tokyo, as cliche as it sounds, is fantastic because it's such a packed city full of so much stuff that you can do. That, like, you know, I've been there now for almost 7 years, and I'm still finding new things in Tokyo. So yeah, I think Tokyo is like a vlogger's wet dream. That's why there's so many J-vloggers who live in Tokyo. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Pat is back. He's asking, is there a manga that you think everyone must read?
Blam. Berserk. Jeez. Yeah, there's tons. Vagabond is fantastic. Eyes, yeah. Eyes I think is, to this day, and I will die on this hill, I think it is one of the best rom-com manga ever written. So if you like rom-com, read Eyes.
Okay, David's asking, what changes do you believe would make Western anime adaptations more appealing to anime fans and new audiences?
Just don't make them. Seriously, just don't make them. Just save everyone the trouble. Just, instead of trying to get normies into anime by making horrible, like, live action films, just promote anime better. Because I think anyone is capable of getting into anime.
Well, what's the worst one you've seen? What's the best one you've seen?
Live action? The worst one, I mean, I don't even know if it contains, but like the Dragon Ball Evolution movie, I've never walked out of the cinema until that movie. And the Parasite movie was really bad as well. Assassination Classroom was really bad. The best one, in my opinion, is the Gintama live action. I think the Gintama live action is hilarious, and it's actually really good. Also, the Rurouni Kenshin live action was good as well. Yeah.
Thank you. And our last one is from Reels or Caliber 18. With the manga of My Hero Academia wrapping up soon, I'm curious, has there ever been a Shonen Jump series that, in your opinion, ever had a satisfying conclusion?
I'm trying to think. Because Bleach did not, as much as I would have loved to. Geez, that's really hard. Yeah, because I think that's a really big problem with Shonen Jump, is that they hit the ground running in a lot of ways, but their ending is either just forgettable or just isn't there, and it kind of just like fizzles out. Because I mean, like, I thought the Naruto ending was like, it was good, but not, like, considering the fact that it's such a long and notable series, like, I personally wanted a little bit more with it. I mean, Bleach just got shafted, unfortunately, which was a problem. I never read the ending to Demon Slayer, but I heard it was decent, right? Yeah. Mid? Someone said mid. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I never read it, but yeah, I don't know. Because I'm trying to think, like, what's a Shonen Jump manga that had like a wow ending?
Anyone? Naruto?
Sorry? Dr. Stone? Oh, I didn't finish that one. Because it's like, okay, because One Piece is still going. Hunter x Hunter, God knows when that's going to finish. And then there's a lot of other ones that was like just Promised Neverland. Well, I mean the manga, right? Not the anime. We don't talk about season 2 of Promised Neverland. No. Sorry, Haikyuu? Shit, I didn't read that. Sorry. Yu Yu Hakusho was really disappointing with the ending as well. That's not Shonen Jump. Fake fan. Fire Punch? Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. Fire Punch, that's Shonen Jump Plus, but yeah, Fire Punch had a decent ending. Fire Punch had a weird ending. And then all the JoJo parts, you know, kind of sometimes good, sometimes not. Yeah, I don't know. I literally can't think of a Shonen Jump like series that where the ending was like, actually no, I just remembered. The Slam Dunk ending is incredible. Like if you guys, I mean that's one of my favorite sports manga, period. But I mean it's the reason why I got into basketball when I was in school. But like that ending, the final chapter of Slam Dunk, what's so genius about it? All right, let me sell you on the ending of Slam Dunk, okay? Without spoiling it. The entire chapter has no dialogue. Think about that, right? It's a basketball manga where the final moments of this match, there is no dialogue. It is purely just the visuals and slow motion panels of the team, you know, finishing the match. And it's so, first of all, like, it's artistically beautiful. Some of the most awesome looking sports panel to ever come out of manga, in my opinion. But it's also just like, it's really good because it kind of leaves some room for putting your own, I guess, like spin on it, I guess. Like you can kind of just imagine what these characters are thinking and imagining what these characters are feeling during these final moments of a match. And it's so gripping and so enthralling because you know that this is the one match that, you know, the entire series is building up towards, right? And this is a long series, this is like 30 plus volumes, right? So I think, yeah, Slam Dunk probably has one of the best endings in all of Shonen Jump. Yeah, when it comes to My Hero Academia, I mean, I didn't get really far with My Hero Academia, unfortunately. I heard like the latest seasons are pretty mid. Do you agree with me on that? Is that a hot take? I don't know. Like, because I don't really hear about My Hero Academia anymore. Like, who's still watching it? Like, caught up to it? Yeah, see, that's way less hands than if I were to say who watched season 1 or season 2, right? It's like, yeah, a lot of people will put their hands up for that. Yeah, so I just hope that My Hero Academia gets a good ending because I know it means a lot to a lot of people.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that almost wraps it up. Do you want to, in 10 seconds or less, what's next for you, Joey?
New video coming out tomorrow morning on the main channel, yeah. I mean, obviously, Nonsense is coming out with some more stuff this month, so if you missed out on the first drop, don't worry, there's a lot more to come for that. And we have a panel later in the afternoon, I think.
4:30.
4:30, so hopefully you guys come up to that. And I really want to eat an Oporto before I leave.
Going to the smash through.
Yeah, I missed
Try
that.
and get you a Porto.
I need to smash in Oportos before I leave, yeah.
Just before we go, people leave, hands in the air, everyone. We're going to get a quick selfie. Come on
sick.
over here. All right.